All right, so for today's class, we are going to be working in Command, and I'm going to show you how you can run a Facebook ad campaign. So to get started, I am at our Command sign-in page. I am at agent.kw.com, and I'm going to go ahead and get signed in. And it looks like a lot of people are still signing on, so I'll give you guys a moment to get signed into Command as well. All right, so we are at our Command dashboard. From here, before we even go in and create the ad or get started with that, we're going to go into our settings because we need to make sure that a few things are linked up beforehand. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click our name at the top right of our command screen, and then select settings. So click your name at the top right and then settings. And then somebody keeps asking for the meeting ID. I don't believe I have that information. You shouldn't need that, but you just need to go to slmwebinar.com. I'll go ahead and drop that in the chat. That should bring whoever it is in automatically. All right, so this is my settings. Right now it brings us into the application settings. And at the top, we can see apps that we currently have connected. And there are a few that I want to point out today. So today we're going to be working in campaigns to create a Facebook ad. So when you come to the settings, you're going to see there are two different Facebook sections or Facebook apps that you can connect. This first one here is for post scheduling. We're not going to be reviewing this today, but this is a feature similar to Hootsuite. If you've ever used Hootsuite before, you can actually schedule your social media posts ahead of time and they will run automatically for you. So if you want to utilize that, all you would need to do is go over to the right and click connect, and that will link for Facebook post scheduling. But if you are running ads, you'll actually need to connect under the Facebook Ads Manager. So this may be right here. You may need to scroll down and see it underneath this social section, but we're looking for Facebook Ads Manager. And what you're going to do basically for any of these apps, our Facebook is already connected, but all you would need to do is click Connect Account. And let's see what happens when I click Connect More. It'll bring up this screen. So it's going to bring up a Facebook sign-in page, and you'll sign in with your Facebook login information. And that will connect your account to Facebook for ad management. Now you will be signing in with your personal account. And then the ads will be running for your business page. So if you're creating an ad, you need to be an admin of that business page that you're creating the ad for. So next to Facebook Ads Manager, click Connect Account and sign in, and that should link you up right away. So there are other places that you can connect. So you're connecting Facebook here. You can also connect Twitter for post scheduling. And if we go down to this marketing automation section, there are two other ad connections that you can make. You can connect your Twitter for ads as well as Google AdWords. You can also run Instagram ads through Command. And that should be linked to your Facebook account because Instagram is owned by Facebook. So as long as you sign in with your Facebook, you should be able to run Instagram ads as well. And I'll show you when we actually go in to create the ad, we will have the option to choose where we would like to run this ad. And we'll have the option to choose Instagram as well. So there we go. Our Facebook is connected. For Ads Manager, that's the main one we want to connect today. So now let's go in and start to create our ad. Over on the left-hand side of our page, this is our applet menu. These are the different sections in Command. And while you're still learning what these different applets or widgets or sections are, you can actually click on the KW at the top left and it'll show you the name of each section. We're going to be working in campaigns today, so we'll click on the icon that looks like a megaphone, and that will bring us into campaigns. This brings us to our campaigns dashboard. There are a few different campaigns you can run in Command. They are both free and paid campaigns. The free campaigns would be email campaigns. Those are basically emails you're sending to your Command database. And social posts, that's that Hootsuite-like feature that I told you about where you can schedule your social media posts ahead of time. And then we have paid campaigns. We have direct mail. You can actually send out postcards through Command. And then today I'll be showing you how to run ad campaigns. Now, before we actually create anything, you'll want to go into this payments section here. So I'm going to click payments at the top right. And you'll want to make sure that you have a credit card on file. These are paid advertising campaigns, so you need to have a payment method saved here. And down below, you can actually review what you've spent on your ads as well. So make sure you add in a credit card here. And I do want to note before we get started today, sometimes an ad can take up to 24 hours to be approved. So we've noticed that when running ads through Facebook directly, they're normally approved a little bit quicker. If you run ads through Command, sometimes they can take up to 24 hours to be approved. So just keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and go in and start to build our ad. So I'm going to click Create a New Campaign at the top right. For any one of these options, you would always click Create a New Campaign to get started. You can see we have social ad, Google search ad, social post, direct mail, and email. We are going to select social ad. All right, and now we can start to enter in our ad information. The campaign name, this is whatever you would like to call it. We're going to do an ad about a listing today. So I'm going to name my campaign name the listing address. So I have a listing chosen for today's class. I'm going to type in that address here. And you can call this whatever you'd like. It's really just for your reference. And then it's going to ask what your goal is. Are you choosing to advertise a listing, advertise multiple listings, attract talent, brand awareness, event awareness, attract buyers, or other? If you're not sure, you can always select other. But we're going to choose advertise listing for today. So somebody asked, this is a great question, what's the difference from doing Facebook ads through Command rather than directly on Facebook? It's really your preference. One good thing about doing it in Command is those leads will automatically come over into your Command database. And we'll touch on that a little bit later. And then there is something set up so that I believe you get more exposure when running through Command because it shows that you are a Command agent. And it should, like I said, give you a little bit more exposure because of that, because you're running through Command basically as KW. But we'll touch a little bit more on how these all work together as we work through this. So I chose advertise listing as my goal, and then down at the bottom it asks where will your campaign run? We have the options for Facebook, and here's Instagram, like I mentioned, or Twitter. I'm going to select Facebook. and then choose Setup Campaign. This does bring up a KWLS search page. Now from this page, it first brings up only my listings. So if you are a KW agent, your listings should appear here. If they don't, this is a common glitch or just a timing error really that we've seen. So if you come in here and your listings aren't displaying, that's totally fine. They are likely still in KWLS. We just need to search for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this section here that says show only my listings. I'm going to change that to all listings. And now I am able to access all of the listings in KWLS. I'm going to search for my listing. I have the option to search by property address, MLS number, or listing ID. So I'll just search by property address to select my listing here. And doing this, you don't have to select a listing, and if your listing is not in KWLS yet, you can still manually build the ad. It's the same process. It's just really nice that KW allows you to search for your listings here, because you'll see it's going to auto-populate a lot of the information for us and make it really easy to build our ad. So let me search for my listing. I'm going to select my listing. I found it here. And then we'll start to go into the ad. We'll start to build this. And I'm going to try to get to as many questions as possible today. If I don't answer your questions and you still have further questions, definitely shoot us an email after class and we'd be happy to assist. I am watching this, so thank you guys who are answering those questions as we're working along as well. And then, yeah, somebody asked, and yes, I am recording this class. This will be on slmtraining.com later, and I just dropped that in the chat. And then I'm going to drop our email as well, support@scottleroymarketing.com. If I don't answer your questions today, either directly or just by teaching, shoot us an email after class and we can definitely try to assist further. Somebody asked, can we post these without paying for them? You can, but it wouldn't be an ad. So if you post this without paying for it, that would be under social posts. And that would only be shown to people who like or follow your business page. So that would be just like a general Facebook post. This is an ad we're building. So we're trying to target people beyond the people in our database, beyond the people that like our page. We're trying to attract buyers and basically get leads. So we want to go beyond our Facebook friends with this. So, and I will actually touch on that as well. But you can see I selected my listing and now we're going to go through and start to build this ad. You can also see that it auto-populated a lot of information for us because I did select the ad ahead of time. So let's just go ahead and work our way through this. Basically, we're going to answer these questions and fill in these boxes on the left, and it's going to build our ad on the right. You can see a preview of this on the right. I think it's good to view this in the mobile preview. Get a better look, a better idea of what this ad will look like. So you can choose and toggle between web feed and mobile. But as we know, a lot of people are on their phones these days. So you can see what this ad would look like when somebody's viewing it on your phone or on their phone. So let's start to work our way through these steps on the left. The first option is name and goal, and you can see that this is already checked off. We've already completed this. We did this before even coming into the ad, but I'll go ahead and expand this here. You can see this is our campaign name that we typed in and our goal. You can choose to change this if you'd like, but I'm good to go with that. So we'll get that little green check mark and move on. We can also see our listing that we've selected here. If you need to change that, you can click Change Listing. And let's go into our ad text. So I'm going to click Configure next to Add Text, and this will expand. So you can see it plugged in a lot of text for me already, which is great. Let's look at this main copy. So you can see under main copy, this is the text that's going to display at the top of the ad. This is above the photo. And you have 250 characters that you can type in, but you really want to keep this short and sweet. So you can see when looking at this ad, even though there are 250 characters available, they're not all going to display here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten this so it all fits a little bit better. So for most of these, I would say just keep it short and sweet. Usually the first couple sentences from your property description will work perfectly. So I will just take this out. It looks like when I'm previewing this over here, it stops after modern and open. So I'll just take out that text, 118 characters, and that looks great. All right, so that's our main copy. This is the text that displays at the top of the ad above the photo. Now we have our headline. This is going to be 40 characters or less, or actually it looks like you have up to 100 characters, but it says here characters over 40 may be cut off. So again, you want to keep this sweet. So I might just take this part here. So I'm going to try high-end contemporary. Let's see if I can fit all of this. Listing in Nashville. And I don't think it's going to fit. Oh, actually, that looks good. I'm 3 characters over, but you can see they are still displaying fully here. Maybe I'll take off. There we go. Contemporary listing in Nashville. You can see it's on one line. That looks good. And then under description, this is going to be just another little blurb. You have up to 250 characters. But you're going to have the main description of this at the top in the main copy, and they have these suggestions of you could be coming home to this. You can also shuffle through other suggestions. So if I click this shuffle button, you can see it says schedule a private tour with me today, view photos and videos of this home. So you can choose to use any one of those or type in your own description. I'll go ahead and click this one, view photos and videos of this home. And when I click use suggestion, it pops that text in that box. You can see our ad is being built over here on the right and looking pretty good. And that's basically all we need. We can see we have our main copy, our headline, and our description. It looks good to me over on the right, so I'm going to click Save Ad Text. Somebody asked about other classes, not just on Facebook ads. If you go to slmtraining.com, you can view all of our other training classes. And I won't be able to go over social posts today. So check out, we have a class called Marketing with Command. We go over social posts in that class. All right, so our ad text is complete. We got that little green check mark. So we're going to move on to our ad media. So I'm going to click Add Configure next to Add Media. So what's nice about selecting that listing is it plugged in our photo for us. You can choose to add in additional photos. If I click Add More, it'll allow me to choose other photos from KWLS. You can also add images, upload from your computer. You can also add in images from the design section. You can browse your design library. You can also add videos. You can upload videos, choose from designs. You can add in a link. So if you have a video on YouTube or Vimeo, you can add that in. So a couple of things about adding in a video. It can definitely be a little tricky. So it says underneath, the video must be shorter than 10 minutes and smaller than 250 megabytes. But when we go into best practices for videos, it says the preferred and recommended length is 15 seconds or less. So if you're using a video, keep in mind, you're really just trying to grab someone's attention. You don't really want to make them watch a long video. You're trying to, again, grab their attention. So they say that under 15 seconds is best. So just keep that in mind. I've seen when people try to add in longer videos, it has failed in the past. So you may have to play around with that to see what type of video will work best and what will actually be approved and we'll go through. But I am fine with that photo that we have selected here. It chose this photo, the main photo of the house. So that looks good to me. Now underneath there is a section that says DBA logo. On this listing, or on this ad, it is required that your KW logo is displayed on the ad and on the photo. So what you can do is you can click here. You have to upload a logo. If you don't have your office's logo, you can actually go into kwconnect.com. So it says click here to find your market center's DBA logo. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. So I open this in a new tab and it just brings you to kwconnect.com. This can always be found under resources and marketing. But again, from this page, I just clicked click here to find your market center's DBA logo. And what you can do is you can scroll down, and at the bottom, there are a bunch of just regular KW logos, but in this section, you can actually download your market center's logo. So if we go here and we type in our market center name or number, you can find your logo here and download that. And that'll give us an entire file of all of our logos for our office. So most offices have a custom logo like this where it shows the DBA name. There's only a few offices that don't have this yet. But now I have those logos saved to my computer. So I do have to add in a logo onto this ad. So I'm going to click browse your logo here. And this will allow me to choose the logo from my computer. So this is that file of logos I just saved. Let me go in here and it's up to you. You can choose which logo works best. Just gonna choose one here. There we go. And then you can decide where you want the logo on the photo, whether it's the left or the right. And there we go. It'll reposition that. So you can see over here on the right, it's kind of small, but the logo is here. And there's also ownership text. So it says, include my ownership statement. You can add this in if you'd like. It says each office is independently owned and operated. You may want to check with your broker and see what is required for these ads. I'll go ahead and click apply. And that has been added to my ad. Now this looks good to go. I've got that green check mark. I can go ahead and click Save Ad Media. All right, so a couple other notes I want to point out as we're moving along. When you run your ads through Command, once the ad is live, even if it hasn't gone out yet, once you hit publish, you are not able to make changes to the ad. So just keep that in mind. That's another difference between Facebook and Command. If you run ads directly through Facebook, you can change the ad once it's live, but in Command, you cannot. So just keep that in mind. Also want to point out a couple reasons why ads fail. We get a lot of questions from agents saying, hey, my ad didn't post. I got a notification that my ad failed. And there are a few different reasons why. One of them is when you're posting from Command, or actually for Facebook ads, there is a specific section for homes and real estate ads. Now, when you're posting through Command, KW auto selects that. If you're running through Facebook, you would have to choose that this is a real estate ad. KW auto selects that for you when you're posting through Command. We have seen that sometimes this just doesn't go through and it's not selected. So it may fail because of that, but I believe that should auto update. If you have problems with that and see that reason, reach out to us and we can definitely try to assist. But that's one reason why your ad may fail. Another reason, if you are adding in a custom photo here, so for example, I just chose the photo from KWLS, but maybe you added in a photo where you added in lots of text to it. So a custom photo, you've added in text pieces, whatever it is. If you have a photo that has text on it, the text can only be 20%, up to 20% of the image. If the text takes up more than 20% of the image, the ad may fail. So keep that in mind as well. And if you have issues with this, if your ads are not going through, they're not being submitted, reach out to us and we can definitely take a closer look and try to help. Also, once the ad is live, you can hover over the ad in Command and it'll tell you why it failed. So just a couple things to note, but let's keep moving on. We're down in this channel options section. Let's go ahead and click configure. All right, so here we need to select our account and our Facebook page. So the Facebook account that is linked to Command is your personal account, and through your personal account is where you would have the business page linked. So you can see our personal account is here, and now we need to select our business page. So we manage quite a few business pages, you can see here, but I'm going to select Scott Leroy Marketing. That is for our business. Again, yeah, this class is recorded. You can find that at slmtraining.com. And then, are you able to put in interest to target an audience? Yep, I will be touching on that here shortly and show you how you can target your ads to reach a specific audience. So first we started by selecting our page. This is our personal account, and then we chose the business page associated with it. This is the page that this ad is posting for. So that's good to go. Let's move on to destination. So here we highly recommend using the Facebook lead generation form. So when somebody sees this ad on Facebook and they click on it, it's going to bring up a form, and it will ask for their name, their first name and last name, their email address, and their phone number. That's how they're going to collect the lead. And then when somebody fills that out, that information, that new lead, their contact info is going to come over into your Command database automatically. So we highly recommend using the Facebook lead generation form. You can see Command recommends that as well. If you have another website with a lead capture form, you can of course redirect there. It's ultimately your choice, but we think it's good to use the Facebook lead form. It asks for their first name, last name, email, and phone number. That information will be saved, and you can find that contact in your database as a new lead. So I'm going to leave that selected, use Facebook lead generation form. And then I know there were some questions about the call to action. So you can see on the ad, there's this little button here that says learn more. That's our call to action label or button. You can change this. You can have learn more, sign up, or apply now. I like learn more. And now we need to do the follow-up destination URL. So when someone clicks on this, they're going to fill out that lead gen form, and then we need to select where they will be taken to after that. So what you'll want to do if you're advertising a listing, you'll want to redirect them to a website or a web page about the listing. So we have a couple options here. You can add in a listing URL or a destination URL. Again, probably a web page with that listing, or if you have a landing page that you created in Command, you can actually create standalone landing pages for your listings. So if you have that created ahead of time, you can click choose landing page here. I'm going to direct them to this listing on my website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Scott's Command site, scottleroymarketing.kw.com. And you all have this same sort of Command website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the listing on the website, on my site. All right, so I use the listing search feature to search for the listing. I found it here. So I'm going to click on the listing itself. And this is basically viewing this listing, even though it's not my listing, viewing this listing on my website or Scott's website. So if you don't have a standalone landing page for this listing specifically, I would recommend just searching for that listing on your website. And now what I can do is I can copy this URL here and use that. So when somebody clicks on my ad, they will be brought to this page and they can view more information and photos of this listing. So I'm copying this page. You can see this is just a specific page for this listing. And I'm going to paste this in the destination URL. So again, when somebody clicks on Learn More, they will be prompted to fill out the Facebook lead generation form, which will bring their contact info into your database. And then they will be brought to whatever you put in this box or the landing page that you select. So that is good to go. Now let's focus on the ad targeting. I saw some questions coming in for the ad targeting. So it automatically sets this up for you. It'll say, it'll have the location of the listing and then a 20-mile radius. But you definitely want to customize this and basically break it down even more so you can target specific people and as many people as possible so you can get good leads. So I'm going to choose Use Custom Settings, and let's start to fill this out together. So you do have the option to target your database. We don't recommend this because you're running this ad to get new leads. Unless you have maybe a specific list in your database for leads or an area that you're trying to target, specific people, buyers that you may have, that may work for you. But we recommend using the custom audience because the point of this is to bring in new leads to your database. So you want to reach out beyond the people that you're already in contact with. So I'm going to select Target a Custom Audience. And then we can use the location. So this says 20 miles within Nashville, Tennessee. I think this listing is actually in the Belmead area, so I can select a different area if I'd like. You can see you can very easily type in whatever city you're looking to target the people around. So since this listing is in the Belmead area, I can say Belmead, Tennessee, and then select the radius. 20 miles is pretty good to me. Now underneath, we have the option for expert targeting, and we highly recommend going in and adding in additional interests to further target your database. So I'm going to click Add or Change Interests. And in here, there are lots of things you can select. So I'm just going to point out some of the ones that we recommend. So we can start by typing in home. You can select people that have interests in home, maybe home business. A lot of people are working from home these days. Home repair, maybe people are working on their homes and they decide, maybe it's just easier to buy a new house. So that might be a good one to select. I'm going to type in real estate. Maybe real estate investing. That's a good option that you can select here. This is a beautiful home, so I'll type in luxury. Select luxury property. So we say you should select about 10. Some additional ones you can search for. Homes.com actually appears in here. And you can see the audience of people based on whatever interest you select. Homes.com, I believe Realtor.com is in here as well. Realtor.com, and then Zillow. There we go. So you can go through and select as many as you'd like. We say about 10 is a good place to start. And of course, if there are specific things about your listing, you'll want to select interests tailored to those. So I selected 8 options. I'm going to click Save Selection. So this, I believe it shows the estimated audience. This is based on everybody on Facebook who has the interest home. Of course, this is going to be more targeted based on the area and the radius. So it'll be less than this. But you can add in those interests here to further target, more specifically target your audience. And that is perfect. So I'm going to click Save Facebook Ad. Somebody asked if you want them to fill out a survey. We recommend that Facebook lead capture form. It only copies or it only collects first name, last name, email, and phone number. So if you want to collect more information than that, you could set up like a Google form and have that on a web page for people to fill out more information. That would be an option for you, but we recommend using that Facebook lead gen form. And then somebody asked, when choosing a URL, it's not showing as a valid URL, or choosing a landing page. Make sure that your landing page is live. That may be it. And then beyond that, I'm not totally sure. If you're adding in your app, I've noticed that if you try to put your app URL as the link in the Facebook ad, it doesn't work. So you'd want to use something else. But for that person, if you are still having trouble with that, shoot us an email and let us know the name of the ad you're working on and give us your account number, or I'm sorry, account login information and the link you're trying to use, or the landing page, and we can take a closer look for you. All right, so Facebook ad is good to go. Now let's go into duration and budget. And this is basically choosing how long our ad is running and how much money we'd like to spend. So the minimum is $1 a day. We recommend running an ad for at least 7 days, but again, it's your preference. Here you can select the days you are running the ad. So you can't start the ad on the same day. It has to start the following day. So today's the 14th. The soonest I'd be able to start this ad would be tomorrow. So I can select dates on here. And again, the minimum is $1 a day. So under campaign budget, it has $30. So that would be $3 a day. I'm going to change this to $10, so $1 per day for 10 days. Now that is correct and good to go as well. So I will click Save Duration and Budget. And now we've completed all of our steps over here on the left. So we have check marks next to every section, and this is what our ad will look like. Now we do sometimes get questions of people saying like, well, how do I view my ad? You won't be able to see this. This is going to post for people based on those targeting selections that we made. So you won't necessarily see this ad on Facebook. It's not going to post on your page. It's going to post on other people's timeline or their news feed on Facebook. So this is different than a social post. Now at the top right, we have a couple options. We can publish this campaign, and this will start to run. We selected on the 16th. So if I click publish, this will go live on the 16th. But again, please note that if you click publish, even though this isn't going to go live until the 16th, I won't be able to make changes to this ad once I click publish. For now, I'm just going to click Save as Draft. It's going to ask, are you sure? I'm going to click yes. And that'll bring me back over into my paid ads dashboard. So if somebody asked the benefit of increasing more than $1 a day, that just means your ad has the potential to reach more people. So once I save that draft, you can see these are our ads that we have, that we currently have set up. Both of them are in draft status, but you can see the name of the ad and where that ad is going to run or is running. So this is for our Facebook page. A preview of the ad, which you can click on this here. Nope, no you can't. you can see a preview, a little thumbnail of the photo. You can see the status and the duration. It shows you how many days and the dates. And then over here, this is basically information about the budget of the ad. So CPM, this is cost per milli. So this is the cost per 1,000 times your ad was seen. And once this starts running, you'll be able to see dollar amounts in these sections right here. Cost per click, or CPC, this is cost per click. This is the price of each click that you've received. And then cost per lead captured. So if somebody clicked and actually filled out that lead capture form, it would show the cost for that here. It'll show how much you've spent out of your $10 total. Your goal as well over on the right. And then if you needed to, over on the far right, you can edit this campaign. This one's still in draft status, so I can edit this. I can duplicate the campaign. Let's say I want to run this campaign again. I can click duplicate, or I can archive if I want to remove this. And once this campaign is live, you would have the option to pause the campaign and then archive it. So at the top, we would see information about our ads, how many ads we've run in the last 30 days, how many impressions we've received, as well as how many leads captured, and total spent. So the best place, once your ad starts going, of course, you'll want to see your leads that you have captured. And the best place to do that, we think, is from this page. So you can go into your database and search by lead. All of those contacts that come in, they will be designated as leads. They will have the little L icon next to them in your database. But using the filters in that section in contacts over here, sometimes it doesn't pull up all of the leads. So what we recommend is underneath these sections here, you'd actually be able to click and it would show how many leads you've captured. And you would click on that, it would show the number and it would bring you into your database. You can also go up here to leads captured. So from here, I'm in campaigns and paid ads. Under leads captured, I can click on this icon here, and this would bring me into my database and basically filter out those leads. So this is, I'm not sure, we don't have any ad leads in our database right now. For some reason, it is pulling up just all of our contacts. So it may not be filtering properly at the moment, or it may be because I don't have any Facebook ad leads on here right now, it's just showing everybody. But the most accurate way to view your ad leads would be to come into campaigns and paid ads and go in either from this section here or this leads captured. It'll show you how many leads, and when you click on this, it'll bring you into your database and actually show you who those people are. And you can start to get in contact with them, set them up on smart plans, and work with them further. Yeah, so CPM is cost per milli. So it's the cost per 1,000 impressions. So 1,000 times that ad was seen. And then somebody asked, does Scott Leroy offer SEO for Facebook? We do. So if you go to scottleroymarketing.com/pricing, we do offer additional services. You guys can check out that page and see what our different packages are. We have social media management, SEO, blogging. And if you are interested in those packages, you can shoot us an email. We'll get you in touch with Scott and he can talk to you further about that. And then again, somebody asked, will this post on the news feed or timeline? Yes, so it'll, when you sign into Facebook, I think it's just called the no, it's on the news feed. Your timeline is your page. This will show up on their news feed. So it'll be an ad on the news feed, just like that home page on command. So again, you won't necessarily see this ad. This is going to go out to, people based on that targeted audience. All right, guys, and that is actually it for today's class. I know we went over quite a bit today, so I did record this. I will have this up on that SLM training page later today, as well as our website and YouTube. So check that out. Again, if you have further questions, if I wasn't able to answer your questions today, I definitely shoot us an email and we can answer those questions further. If we don't talk to you soon, if you don't have further questions, thank you for watching our class today, and we hope you have a great day.